Hello, hello, hello. All right, guys. This is the final video on the folders, and I'm showing you today the right-handed, which is the exact opposite of the left-handed, but I just thought I'd go ahead and go through it. And I did June, so you could see what we're going to end up with. And so we've got our little tab. We've got it opened up. And I brought the envelope pocket back on this one. And I'm going to show you how I did this, just so you know. Of course, you can do anything you want in here. You can put another plain piece of paper in here for more journaling, writing information, or anything like that. So, you know, depending on what you're using this for, it will totally work for all of that. And usually this isn't this month's, but usually I put you know, a little journaling card in this pocket. So anyway, so this is June. I'm going back to May because both of them are going to be right-handed. The next video is going to be on the box. We're going to start that up. So start saving up, if you haven't already, cereal boxes for the lightweight chipboard part of it, and book board, or you know, if you've taken books, if you make journals and you've taken books, you know, maybe you can, if you had some of the larger books, or game boards, or medium weight chipboard, as long as it's all the same thickness enough to make the box itself. And I will have all of the measurements. I have everything mapped out, how you cut it, if you have the 12 by 12 pieces, to get everything we need to utilize it to the best of our ability. All right, so the first thing I did, because you know I'm saving black paper, is I went ahead and I made a little border here that I'm going to put my mat on. So then I've already cut my mat out, so I will have a nice black border all the way around. Is this the right direction? There's a little bit of writing on here, so I'm just making sure that it's the correct up and down. Don't want to not get it correct. All right, so I have all my pieces and parts, so hopefully this is going to go very quickly for us. All right. There's my tag already made up. I have my pockets with the little edge punch that I have. Again, if you don't have one, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And I'm not really sure. Oh, I guess I was waiting to see if I was going to be interested in putting a let's see, if I was going to put a brad in there. Let me find, nope, find my red. So much for being quick, right? Let's see. See, I don't have that's pretty, and I'm just seeing what I got here. A little stripe is nice, but it's pretty big. I don't know that I want one that large. And then some of these are very dimensional. That actually might be cute right there. I think I'll do that because because that's Valentine's Day. That's what that one is. I think I'm not going to put anything on here because, let's see, I do have these little red frame. Nah. These are those watch things that you twist on, you screw onto the top of a watch and can change the watch color. I've come across a bunch of those at a thrift store one day and grabbed them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start gluing stuff down. Now I have already pre-inked all of my goodies here so that we could just kind of fly through this, and hopefully it'll be a short video if I can stay on task and not blabber your head off. So make this nice and even, black edge all the way around. Here we go. A little burnish. Okay, that one's done. So I hope everybody has been having fun with this. Because there's 12 of them, you know, it's a lot of work, but I think for being able to organize your cards or whatever you need to have organized, I think it's going to work very nicely for you. And the box will be able to hold, if you use them for cards, the box will be able to hold your envelopes and your stamps and all that stuff. So yeah, of course, pens and things like that. Okay, there's the pockets ready. This, and I guess I have this, and I'm going to be making a regular pocket for this, but which I've already done, and I've got this here, and then I've got this little Hello Beautiful. Maybe I will put a red brad on that. I wonder if I have a red that matches this. Let's see. Pink. I keep grabbing pink, because down here where there's no light, it looks like red. Did I put it away? That's pink. Where'd I put the red? There they are. Okay, let's see what I have in the small ones. Yeah, I think I'll put a little red brad on both ends. I think that'll be cute. I love having brads and eyelets, and on the tags and things, I am going to make some eyelets on there. Let's see, where do I want this? I think I want this kind of off center here. Ow! Duh! Try not to poke your finger off. That is for sure something you don't want to do. Oh my gosh. So today we are like 34 and raining. So I'm glad it's not snowing, because we would have probably had a lot of inches by now. Come on, get in there. There we go. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. That'll be cute. Okay. Open this up. Good, 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 good. Now let's see if I can do it this time without popping. I didn't do my finger this time. I'm such a good girl. All right. So we'll get these in, and we'll get the pockets in, but I am going to show you how I did the little envelope pocket. Super easy. All right. So that if you want to do that for some of yours, that will be great. Now here is my 6x6. I have tried to take this piece of paper off on all of these, and it will not come off. So, you know, I don't like when they do that. It's just very, well, it leaves a piece of that 12x12 that, unless you're planning on covering it, you can't use. I don't know. But anyway, so let's see. This has already been cut down. And I think I actually want to make it a little smaller, because I guess I cut my, and maybe I can get rid of some of that little corner right there. So I am going to cut this down just a smidge on both sides. Sorry guys, I thought I already had this done. Just gonna take off a sliver. Now that just doesn't look straight, and that's because it's not. Yeehaw. So let's make it straight, and then probably won't work. Let's see. Okay, so that does work, and then let me just take a little bit of this one off. Just a smidge. All right. Oh, wrong way. Okay, yeah, that's much better. All right, sorry about that. But when in doubt, trim a smidge. And this will have to go on black. But let's go ahead and put our calendar down. And this is going to go on the left side of the page. All right. All right, down a little bit. Good. Very nice indeed. Spread that glue out. Get it into those corners so that you know you get your corners down. I am so excited to start the box. It's a cool box, and you can change the dimensions to, like, if you want to do, you know, full 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper down in there. If you want to make yourself a file box for, you know, starting your 2020 or whatever year you're watching this, starting your files for the new year, this might be right up your alley. Of course, you can always fold things in half and put them in the size we're making. It's all up to you. Okay, so we're going to put this at the top, and I left it longer just because it's easier to run it through and then snip it off. So I'm going to go ahead, let me put my pin away because we're going to be doing quite a bit of gluing. All right. And then next I'm going to show you how we're going to cut into our mat to put this through, just like we've done on the other pages. Okay. Now, I know I glued all of it and I didn't really need to, but that's okay. So I'm just going to lay this down, put it on the white so I can see it better. Right at the edge, just line that right up at the edge. Good, 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 good. And then I can just trim the rest of it off. I'm gonna let that dry just for a second before I do anything. And let's go ahead and get a little piece of black. Actually, I've been trying to use the non-thick stuff. Let's see, do I have a piece? Come on, give me a piece. Come on. Let's see. This should work right here in front. Yes. So we'll take this one and glue these back together, or not glue these back together, bind them back together. Okay, I'm in a gluing frenzy. All right, so we're just gonna put some glue on the tape. I also always run glue on the metal so that, whoops, that was good. So professional. And then we're just gonna lay this down. And it's always a little tough when you have these on, because the paper just around the edge does not really want to go down for you around the eyelet. So that's why I'm kind of putting my bone folder on the eyelet and pressing down so that it will go as flat as possible. And then you just really want to work that paper around that eyelet so that you do get that paper down. You don't want that straggling, and it looks like it moved on me just a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, I'm just gonna cut and okay, so that's done. That's another piece that I can use for another one of those. And we're going to put that, I think, right here. And remember, I have inked everything, so I'm not taking the time to do that online here. So we'll just kind of get it where we think it'll look nice. I think that's good. Now I could have actually made it a little tuck spot, but I didn't. And that's okay. That is okay. Because I don't want to make it that thick. Alright, and then this is just going to go down right on my pocket. I had started to do this once already and forgot that I didn't have my microphone on, so I didn't actually get any crafting done. It was just hello, 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 and I said, "Oh, let me check, make sure everything's on." And it wasn't, but so I was very happy with myself. I caught it. All right. So we've got now all our pieces and parts are ready. Doesn't take us very long. This actually is because everything's the same, you kind of, once you've done it a couple times, it like just goes. Just, oh, okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. So that's kind of nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the excess off of here. Get those thrown away so I don't stick them on something important. Whoops. Okay. So now, before we get all of this other stuff on here, I want to see where I can put this. Get a couple paper clips to hold this on. When I think I have it nice and straight, and let's see if I can get my pockets to work. This is a little crooked. Okay, I think that looks good. So yeah, these pockets are going to work nicely in this space. This will go down here, and this will go down here. Yes, very good. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go with this right here. I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm going to make a mark on the end, just a slash mark that is lined up with the black. I'm just making a little mark right there where the black of the flap is, straight up and down. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one, just a little mark that lines up with the black, straight up and down. I don't know why I did it at the edge of the paper. I'm not cutting it. All right, and then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to run myself a line. Oh, excuse me. My allergies have just been horrible. Living in a new place, not, getting all of the different allergies and things that yeah, but I love it. Kentucky is beautiful. People are wonderful. So we are enjoying ourselves. And we got our son visiting, so I really am enjoying that. our oldest son, Michael. Okay, and then I'm just taking my little 6-inch ruler. Get your craft knife out. Line that 6-inch ruler up on that line that we drew going from the one starter and stopper of where the flap is going to be. And really take your time on this. Make sure you're going to get it straight, because if you don't have it straight, then your flap's not going to be straight and you're not going to be happy with the results that you're having. And I just can't seem to feel like I have it straight there. Okay, so now I'm going to just, you don't have to push real hard. I mean, it's only going through one piece of paper. See, that first time gave me the cut all the way through. All right. And I'm going to hold on to that little slip and erase my line, because I don't want that to show. Come on off there. There we go. Okay. All right. Cool beans. Now, remember on this, to help it go in, we're just going to take off I'm going to take off a little piece on both sides, just right up to the corner. And that will help you slide it in to the slit. And let's see if we've got it wide enough to take to the widest part of our no, I need to widen it just a smidge. And I'm just going to grab my scissor and give a little snip. Come on. Not much. I didn't need much, just a little snip. Because if it's too tight, it will not allow it to open and close properly. And you want to have it open and close properly. For sure. I'm just going to bend that over and make sure that the little piece of paper is laying on the back of your flap. Yes, that looks quite nice right there. Is that straight? No, it looks like this needs to go back down in there a little bit more. Yeah, it sledded back down in there a little bit better. All right. It keeps unsliding, so you got to be really careful that we keep it down there so that it looks nice and straight. Now that's nice and straight. So I'm grabbing and flipping, keeping my hand on the main piece so that nothing slides, and just going to put some glue. Okay, there's the glue. And now I'm going to take my double-sided tape and I'm going to put it right across where that paper, try not to scoot it while you're putting this on there, but right across where the top piece that we cut, that little short top piece, that it's getting hooked in this double-sided tape. Because it is going to need some help to stay where it is needed. Of course, it'll get glued down, but this will really help it. This will really help it. Okay. Then we're going to, oh, this one is the top one. we're going to go ahead and glue down our one pocket. And I'm just kind of making it even between our calendar flap and then the top and the bottom, you know, the bottom and then the other side, so that they're all kind of even, and of course that it's straight. And I did angle these down just a little bit on the top of the flap. I think it also helps with putting your items in and out of your pocket. If it's got a little angle, it's less likely to just jam down. All right. So here we go. Here we go. All right. Burnish that down. There we go. So there's the first pocket in, and this. I did not cut this. I don't know why I did not cut this. So I am going to go off and cut this, and so that you're not having to wait on me, because I need to do that. Put my little tab that's going to keep everything closed down before I put the back on here. And then when I do come back, I will show you how I made that little pocket, the little envelope pocket in here, because I did it a little differently because we don't have all the other stuff from the center pocket. And then we'll place this one down that's going to hold our tab in it. And so you want to make sure that your tag is going to go in and out of your pocket easy. Now this one is right at the edge. There's like no room for error, but that is just the way it is. So I don't know how else to tell you that. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Woo woo! Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me do this and I'll be right back. Okay. And like a dummy, and you guys, some of you are probably that have watched me doing these, probably yelling at me, saying, no, put this on first before you glue the calendar down to your flap. Still doable, okay? So it's just going to go through both pieces. And I worked on trying to get that sticker up off of there a little bit better, because I wasn't going to be able to cover where I was going to mat on it. The sticker was going to show. So I did a little bit of work trying to get that sticker off of there. So tore the paper up a bit, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I have this way, and I am going to line it up wherever it is that you want it to go to, and then bring it in, put it in between the Wednesday, and try and make it nice and straight. And then we're going to do the same thing, and it's going to be right above the Wednesday. So in between the line here of the decoration for the May topper and the actual Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday words. So I'm just going to put a line on both sides so I know how wide. Focus. Focus. There it is. So now on Wednesday you can see two little lines right there. And that's, I'm going to cut between those two lines. And I'm just going to line my ruler up about right in the middle of both of those. Make sure you've got it straight. And of course, we don't want to cut through are matte. So let me try that again. I think some of you were yelling at me again, and I heard you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get our craft knife out. I impaled myself on a nail, so I have a Band-Aid on me that I didn't have when I started this video. So I put some stuff to clean my finger off and things like that. So now we're just going to cut from the one mark that we made to the other mark that we made. And remember, we're going through 2 layers now, so it'll probably take a couple passes. There we go. All right. And now let's get our eraser and erase the lines. There we go. Okay, now let's see if we can slide this in. A little more difficult because you have the second piece to separate out now, but come on. It does make it a good bit tighter to get in there. A good bit tighter to get in there. And one thing that you can do is just take just a sliver off of each side, kind of round the corners, so that you're not having to really worry about getting the edges into your cut. And I'm just thinking that this is just not... There we go. Now I've got it through to the back, but... All right, let me cut this just a smidge more. That's why I didn't put my... Because it might not be cut on the back end all the way through. I think that's what it was, because I just felt it go through very nicely at that point. Come on. Come to Mama. Let's go. Let's go. Get all the way up in there now. There we go. There. Voila. So, and I do need to make sure that I have enough, which I think I do, just plenty, to glue down. Let's see if I get it down where I've been putting them and center it. How much is there? Plenty. Okay, because we have to get our... You're only going to do this now if you're using magnets. If you're not using magnets, you can put your Velcro down. You've got room. You can always do a swing tab. Use one of the stamps or something. I don't know. That might not work, but you can come up with plenty of nice little options there. Okay, I believe I've got this centered and I've got it where I want it. And I'm just going to flip it over and hold it down. And I'm going to put glue under here so that it won't go anywhere. We don't want this puppy go anywhere. And I'm going to put some double-sided tape on it as well. Probably 2 little strips here. We'll right across where the paper's cut, because you don't want to let that paper rip anymore or anything. And then I'll put another piece. Kind of hard not being able to use my index finger. I'm sorry, guys, that it's kind of funky. Kind of funky. There we go. All right. So now we can go ahead and, wait a minute. because I'm having a pocket down here, and I don't think the red, see, the red's not going to be long enough to cover that. So I am going to take a piece of thin black. Some of this paper that I'm using is a very thin black, and some of this paper I'm using is not. Let's see. Because I don't want... Okay, here. This will work. Let me just cut off a little piece, and I'm just going to place this down, and that will help give that some good protection, and you won't be hooking your what you put into your pocket. You won't be hooking that quite as bad. There will be, you know, the little edge from this piece, our little to hide, disguise. And I'm putting the glue all the way to the edges, and that will help make sure that the entire, whoops, the entire piece is going to get glued down. So at this point, I don't care. In fact, I want some spillage. Yeah, I want that to come off. I want that glue to come out, so I know that I've got it glued down all the way to the edges. But there we go. So now that is in there very nicely. Not going to have a problem. Okay. So I am going to ink this. I was debating, but I inked the inside. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So I just want it to be all the same. And then this is a very tiny border of black all the way around. That actually does not look like it's cut straight. I tell you, me and getting some straight cuts these days has been a challenge. Ink it again. Put it back over here so I can see. Yeah, no, let's see if it's this way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this down after I put the pocket, because this is going to fit into the pocket, and that way, yeah, so that'll be my page. Isn't it pretty? And you want to make sure that you're going to stay well away from your fold here, okay? So that will give you the opportunity to, see that? That will give you the opportunity to get this down, get this in there, and then set it where you need to set it. Okay. All right. Pocket. Here goes our pocket. And you always want to be mindful of your magnet placement when you're figuring out something that you want to do on this flap. You don't want to bulk up the area where the magnet is going to be, because then your magnet is just not going to be able to work. All right, here we go. Remember, stay away from that edge. So it's going to be bigger than anything else. Let me get over here on the white. It's so nice to have this white. And of course, you don't have to go out and buy this this mat. I love working on the glass. Everything slides nicely. It comes off nicely with, I just take a razor blade and scrape and it's clean. And that's what I would recommend instead of what they sell you that says it's going to clean it, because no. No, I have not had any luck with it. Maybe I'm just not doing it properly, but no. Okay. And then we're just going to slide this in. And get it up over that little edge so that you won't have the problem. Let me get this side in just a smidge. And almost. Almost. Well, it's either wanting to be too high or off on the side. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to bend this back and put some glue right around the edge. And there we go. Let's burnish this down. Let's burnish this down. Get the goober glue. Gooey goober glue. Okay. Now I do want to show you how to do the other pocket. And now we're going to take right there and we're going to fold that back. You want to make sure that you're folding it nice and straight. We're going to take our magnet put a little dollop of glue. Get that little silver strip off the side there. Whoops. Let's see how long this is going to be. Right about here. Up. I've got to put some tape on that. No, that needs to be cut down just a smidge. Sometimes you we're just going to have that go right there to the edge. And I'm going to cut that down just a smidge more. Because I was taking it through the 2 layers instead of just the one, had I put this on, whoopsie, had I put this on just the calendar instead of having to go through the black, I had been normally putting this piece all the way up the black as well, but I had a hard time just getting the 2 layers in, so I wasn't gonna try and get the 3rd one in there. Nope, wasn't gonna do it. Okay, I need a little piece of double-sided tape. There we go. That's going to hold that in there. Take this off and let's glue this down. And that'll be the first part of our magnet. And again, this is inked up. So yeah, don't forget to do this prior to laying the calendar on your flap. It will go much nicer for you. Much nicer. Center this a little better. Oh, come on. Gotta center that a little better than I did. And there we go. And actually it works. It works just as well either way. So, you know, just running it to the edge is going to work just as well as the other. As, you know, having it go all the way through to the back part that went underneath, all the workings went underneath. Okay, so there's that. Flip it over. Grab another one. Found it. And we're going to put a piece of tape over it. There we go. Okay, and then you know how to glue down the flower or whatever it is that you're using. Now we are going to measure, and I've been trying to use January for all of these. And so I'm taking my page that I'm working on and I am lining it up with the mat of the January or whichever one you choose. But I just figured if I measure it all off the one, I will possibly get them to be as closely to where I want them as I can. So, and I know that I'm going to need approximately 1/8 of an inch below this mark. So I'm going to go ahead, because this is right about where I want it. So I made a mark. I actually want to go about 1/8 of an inch lower than that. So I'm going to make another mark. Oh, yeah, 1/8 of an inch. We'll make 2 little marks so they're a little easier to erase. So I made the mark where I had the card, and then I went 1/8 of an inch down and made these 2 little marks. So that is going to be where I'm going to try and place my pocket so that I can get my card in there because of the height and size of my card. Put that away. So I'll just be able to line it up from side to side and then just put it right on that mark. And then let's see. Go right in there. And I think I'm going to go down just a little bit more. So I have some options. Because I think that's about where I need it to be. Okay. So I'm going to, I made it go down just a little bit lower. So it's down about 1/4 of an inch. All right. So, and again, I angled the tops off a little bit. I just think it makes it a little easier that you're not going to stub the paper on it because it's kind of a gradual. There we go. And line things up. find your mark. Okay, let me just run this in here real quick. Oh, now all of a sudden I can't get it in there. Okay. So this is too wide, and I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to cut the black off both sides, right to the card. And I'm going to start rounding the edge a little bit. And just cut the black off both sides of the card. You leave the top and the bottom. This, I think, Scrap Queen. I don't know if you guys watch her or not. If you like doing mini albums, she does a wonderful job. I really enjoy her. So I think most people know about her, but if you don't, it's just Scrap Queen. She's Dutch. She's from Holland, and so she but she does really well with the English language. So I'm just taking a black marker and giving myself a black edge. And unless you really run your finger along there to see what's going on, you have no clue. No clue. But you do need to, especially a nice brush pen. This is the Archival Ink Pigma brush. It's a Sakura product from Japan. It's a micro pigment ink for waterproof and fade-proof fine lines. So yeah, I really like that pen, and it's a good, nice black color. All right, so now let's see if that gave me enough. I don't understand what the dealio is here. And that it did not glue down very well. I guess burnishing would have been a really good thing to do. All right, let's see. What's the dealio, people? Okay. So there we go. All right. So we have all of that ready to go. Now the only thing I wanted to do was show you how I did the pocket for the June on this. Of course, I just put a regular pocket in mine this time, and I'm going to be doing some decoration. But this was a 6-inch square, like I've been cutting all of them for the pocket page. And so what I did, and on a 6-inch square, it's on both sides, it's 4 1/4 to find your center. So put each line edge on the 4 1/4. You can do it whichever way you want, and then just make a mark where your center is. So I found my center from this point to this point, and I put a mark. And then you're going to take your cutter and you're going to line up that line and the point of this point of the triangle and the line you're going to line up on the cutter. Right there. Cut. Now you have 2 equal triangles. You can put it on black paper if you so desire. And there's the first one, and there's the second one. So that's how you do it. Okay? Super easy. Super easy. And so, guys, that's it. Next time you see me, we're going to be doing the... And then I'm just going to place this right down on the black. But next time you see me, we're going to be doing the box. I am going to try and do that before Saturday. Because I've been trying to do Tuesdays and Saturdays, but like this won't go out until Thursday. So I'm going to try maybe, I don't know, what's today? I think today's Wednesday. With my son here, things are just getting thrown off. We're having way too much fun with him. So I hope you guys understand. Family comes first, right? I mean, as much as maybe we want to go and craft, we gotta take care of our family. Love them. Love them. What did I do here? I think I must have had, I don't know. Anyway, so that'll just get glued right on there. And this is the inside. There's my nice pocket. And I just brought in the same red that I used, I think, in February. This little sign is what I'm going to put here. I just haven't done that yet. And then I've got my nice pocket here. And basically, I put a piece of the pink down, and then a piece of the black, and then the strip that we've been using. And of course, I used my Fiskars scissors. And then this way, I just did my calendar, and I used the pink paper, and then I have my card. So next time is the box. And then after that, we will come back and we will decorate the backs of these file folders, and we will decorate, we just have to see what we got left, and we will decorate these. Plus, I did print out a couple of the sheets that I've got, that I made up. So I've got birthdays, days to remember, wedding and anniversary, and notes. So, and I'm going to put those, I believe I'm going to cut those out and place them on something else, but I don't know yet. I don't know. But, and then I also have a sheet that has anything interesting in that month, like, well, like May is Mother's Day. So it'll, you know, the third Sunday or whatever it is. So anyway, okay guys, thank you for watching. Sorry this was long too. I gab. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your comments. I didn't get a whole bunch of comments last couple of days, so nobody to extra thank or anything, but keep those comments coming because I sure do love them. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.